if we're talking about why your job is right for you, right?
Yeah.
I think it's important to get into like how important your happiness is, right? Because that's always a trade-off, right? You hear that a lot. It's like, so this company's willing to pay you $60,000 a year to essentially steal your happiness or whatever because you're doing something you hate.
Yeah.
But you're doing it now for the money.
Right.
You know? Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. It's your host Ray.
And this is Max.
And this is Drunk Words, Drunk Thoughts. We're coming at you live today with a little bit of advice. Gonna switch it up. We've done quite a few stories lately.
Yeah.
So, the topic today, and we will jump right into that in just a moment. Let me get a cheers quick, Max. Thank you.
Cheers.
Cheers.
Man, those straws, man. Yes.
Steel straws.
Let's
Upgrading.
go. Yes.
But we are also drinking the Arizona Blackout. There's going to be a link right up here. Disclaimer, there is a lot of tequila in there. If you're a fan of tequila, perfect. But I recommend weekend drink. Don't operate heavy machinery type thing. Just a disclaimer, you know?
Just be easy on it.
Be easy on it, exactly. So today we've got our topic, which is the advice one. It is your job the right one for you?
Yeah.
Very requested video. I know a lot of our viewers, including us as content creators, have asked ourselves this question at some point in our life. And it's just, is this job right for me? And am I over here? Is it worth the unhappiness? Is it worth the getting up at 4 a.m? Is it worth the 2-hour commute into work?
Yeah.
Via like an OC transfer bus or an STO or something like that.
Oh yeah.
Am I advancing? Am I learning anything?
Yep.
Am I smarter than everyone here? Am I smarter than my boss? Should I have my boss's job? Like, am I valued in this company? They don't even have a Christmas party. Why do I work here? You know, like, if we're talking about why your job is right for you, right?
Yeah.
I think it's important to get into like how important your happiness is, right? Because that's always a trade-off, right? You hear that a lot. It's like, so this company's willing to pay you $60,000 a year to essentially steal your happiness or whatever because you're doing something you hate.
Yeah.
But you're doing it now for the money.
Right.
You know? Then you have the argument like, do something you love and you'll never work a day in your life.
Correct.
I mean, I always look at it like this. Like, you always have that risk factor, right? So you have all these people, like the guy that started Shopify, the guy that starts like all these little like startups and stuff like that. Like any of the people that sit in any of those chairs on Shark Tank or fucking Dragon's Den or any of that shit. All these people took a fucking risk.
Yeah.
They were like, either they were rich or they weren't rich or fuck they were nobodies or whatever. And they were like, I have this idea, I'm gonna fucking run with this idea. And because I have this idea, it's gonna work. And people are like just fucking laughing at them. They're like, no, you're shit. It's not gonna work. People have tried that. Don't you think people have tried that? And they're like, I did the research, nobody has.
Yep.
So I'm gonna bet on myself because I'm not working another day here where I can't advance, right? Or I can't do this or I can't do that. And I think that's a valid point, man. Like, because like it's like I said, every day that you're unhappy, something's getting stolen from you. Like that day is stolen. Like man, I've been to work. It doesn't matter what you do, it's gonna happen. Like
you just hate
that day. Something happens at work that day and it fucking kills your mood,
like,
your whole fucking mood. And then you take that home, right? And it's not fair to your partner, but you end up taking it home anyway.
Yep.
And then,
it's crazy.
Even if she was in a good mood, now that event that happened at your job has ruined her day, your day, anybody else you interact with that day. And it's like, but how many times is that happening and how many times is that okay, right?
No, but to your point, it's a happy middle because you want to be able to live comfortably. You know, I had a job where I was just like, I was so stressed out, I left on a whim. I was like, I don't know what's going on with me in 2 weeks, but no. But the problem with that is, well, if I was sticked around and then looked for other stuff, then I could have done an easier transition, right?
Yeah.
So I think it's always important to, you want to live your passion. Yeah, you want to do whatever. But if your passion is to be an artist, but it's not working for you at a certain point, well, you got to revert back. Like you gotta just say, hey, what am I good at, and what will bring me a little bit of a happiness, and then what will pay the bills, right? Because look, you can have the highest paying job you want, but if you hate your job, doesn't matter how long you're gonna last. Eventually, you're gonna just live on the whim. You're gonna be like, look, I've done enough money, or I just can't deal with that level of stress, or I can't deal with those people, or I can't deal with
out.
You'll just burn out. So it's a gray zone. It's a gray zone, and then a lot of people will be happy with saying, "Hey, I'm making a lot of money. There's prestige to it. I hate it, so I'll do it for a couple of years and get out." Other people are like, "I don't even want to do that. I just want to be happy," so they'll go less. Maybe they won't fulfill their whole potential. I'm just trying to be in a like happy sort of middle where I'm like, there's days I just hate what I'm doing because I'm like, I have to interact with people, and then people are not working with me. There's other days I'm like, okay, I'm talking to machines,
Yeah.
put my little like input, output, but it's done. Okay, I'm out. Now it just means that I'm out. I'm going to the balcony, or I'm just going out in the backyard like cooking burgers because like that's what we're doing now. But point is like for me right now, and I think you feel the same way. You kind of have like this happy middle.
Yeah.
Because you got days that are so great. You're like, I'm glad I did the switch. This other days are like, man, why? But then the very next day, you're like, okay, I understand why.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
I think another big thing is obviously like, you got to ask yourself like, is your job invested in you? And I think this is a big thing for you because I know when you had your free agency,
yes,
in between signing up with these guys that you're with now.
Yeah.
This was one of the factors that like helped you determine where you were gonna go.
Mm.
And for me, it's another thing too. Like you have a plethora of jobs through the union that I work in.
Yep.
So shout out to them.
Mm-hmm.
But the nice thing is, you're always gonna have a job that you want to stay at. And you want to stay at because they're training you, they're taking care of you, they're making sure that like any additional, like I already said training, but like these courses, right? They're giving you like these specialized courses to make sure that you know exactly what the fuck you're doing. There's constant orientations depending on what sites you're going to. Constant like talks to make you a safer employee. Have like more prevention in terms of accidents happening. And in construction, that's 99% of the gig, man. Like I want to show up to work every day and know that I'm safe.
Yeah.
I want exactly. I want to show up to work every day and like know that like I've been given the proper training and like I'm put in the best situation, the best everything to like perform my job.
Yeah.
Get back home to my family and everything like that.
For sure.
I mean, it means the world when a company will offer you like, okay, we're gonna fly you in your case to Toronto, give you this specialized training or show you how to set this up. Or okay, we're working with a new program, so we're gonna onboard you these 2-3 days to do it, and we're willing to sacrifice those 2-3 days of pay to make sure that you know what the fuck's going on and invest in you. And then you got the other side of it where it's like, okay, you know what? In order to keep you here, we want to give you stock options, or in order to keep you here, we want to give you like a better benefits package than the one that you initially signed on for because we like your work, or here's a winter bonus, or here's this, or here's that. Like, it means the world, man. Like, I'll even accept like just like a guy buying like pizza for the crew or something like that, like on a Friday.
Today, actually.
Yeah.
It was pretty crazy because they just said, "Hey, select whatever you guys want," and I think I was on site, and my dad called me. He's like, "Hey, did you order anything?" I was like, "Oh, right." So the company, like, I guess it was like a family thing and whatnot. They did that over in May, and they're like, "Yeah, well, we're not together because their thing is every Friday we would do that. We would all be in the office, and then we would all like order something, and we'd all eat together." And because we can't do that now, and they basically everyone, regardless of where they are, they ship like pizza to all of them. So that was pretty cool.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah.
But I mean, it sounds like to me, the company that you work for and the company that I work for, like they're invested in our well-being.
For sure.
And they're invested in making us better employees.
Yeah.
So, I mean, it takes a little bit, and you heard our journeys at the beginning of this video, and you heard like how long it took us to get to where we are today.
Oh yeah.
So I mean, the one thing I'll say to you, if you're watching this video and you're saying, fuck, like I hate my job, or fuck, I need to tough it out, or I need to pay the bills. Paying the bills is huge. That can't be understated.
Oh, yeah.
I'm not going to get in this video and tell you straight up, hey, quit your job because like your happiness is paramount and all that stuff. Happiness is a good point. It's valid. But like you got to do what you got to do to earn your bread.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
Like,
I mean, happiness is not everything.
It's not everything, but I mean, like, you know, it's no different than telling somebody, hey, like, you know, you can't do this, or you can't do that, or you shouldn't do this, or you shouldn't do that. Like, I'm not going to tell a stripper not to strip. If that's what you want to do it. You know, I'm not going to tell, like, a lawyer not to practice law. If that's what you want to do it.
Yeah.
If you hate law and you want to do what you said, like, be an artist, you want to be the next fucking Picasso, all right, do it, man. But, like, you got to understand that there's a huge transition there, right? Until that's somewhat of an equal transition, I wouldn't make that switch, right? And you talked about like getting so stressed at a job that like you just quit and like you didn't have that transition.
Yep.
So to me, that equates to normally like, oh, well, I had like 2-3 months of downtime while I was doing this job hunting, while I was doing this search, or anything like that. Just put yourself, whatever you do, in the best position to succeed. If that means that you want to transition to another role, or you want to transition either another role with the company, or you want to transition to another job completely or another field, do it. Put yourself in a position, take some classes, take some courses so that you can transition. You know, there's always online courses that are offered, especially now with the COVID and everything like that.
Yeah.
Put yourself in the best position to succeed. And it's like, do your research, man. Like, Google's my best friend here. And I think it's yours too, because if I want to know right now, okay, you know, I want to switch unions, let's say. I'd never do that, but let's say I want to, right? I want to be an electrician. I'd be like, hey, what do electricians start at? Like fucking $17 an hour or something like that?
Yep.
And then, okay, so I'm making $17 an hour. I'm starting. Then I got to go to school for 240 hours or more. And then I've got to do all this. So by 4 years, I'll be making more than I make right now.
Yeah.
And I'm like, but there's going to be 4 years for me to make more than I make right now, and I have a CBA. So it's like my CBA will increase in 3 years anyway, so I'm not even worried. So in any case, whatever, that's me. Join a union if you absolutely have no idea. Like, you know, like I'd say pick up a trade or join the army. Because, I mean, those jobs are going to be there forever, and nobody really wants them for whatever reason. I don't know why. But
sure. Yeah.
People don't want to work with their hands, and they're afraid to get dirty, especially in the IT world that we live in. If you're willing to be one of those people that will do a fucking mud crawl through 2 kilometers, you know, or you want to fucking just be slugging concrete blocks all day, by all means, you'll make good money doing it.
I mean, they're always those jobs are always going to be there, and I think that's the biggest takeaway, right? And like whatever's going on out there, that's what it showed us. Like the jobs that are important. Well, I don't want to say important, but the jobs that will always be required.
Yeah.
Like that's where the army needed to come in. There was people for that. Oh well, IT, that was the thing. Construction, okay, maybe it stopped for a bit, but look, we need to build those bridges. We need to build those schools. We need to build those. So whatever transition you want to make, okay, by all means, first don't do like me and then just like book off, talk to someone, like have a drink, blow some steam, because like now looking back at it, some of the struggles I had, I didn't need that year, because it took almost 7 months to find something that was like decent. And all that time I'm like going, okay, well I got EI, and then okay, I'm on welfare, okay, I worked a bit, it doesn't work, and that didn't need to happen.
Yeah.
Right? Because I was like, oh my god, I'm so stressed out. But when you think about it, I was stressed out because I had an idea of like the level of stress I was getting, and then that stressed me out more, if that makes sense. Right? So to everyone, if you don't like your job, get the research and actually talk to someone. Like right now, you know, we got LinkedIn, we got Facebook, we got a lot of resources. People like state where they work, and then you can literally reach out to them, send them a message, and be like, hey, how did you get there? Like, what was your journey? You know, invite them for coffee, have a conversation, and then slowly but surely make sure that's what you want, and then get there. So that way, when you're, you got the training, or even if it's just like you just need to switch jobs because you don't like the environment, then you do it, then nothing changes. In terms of your bills are getting paid for, whatnot, and then you're much happier. Maybe, hopefully, you're making more money, you're getting more benefits, and then now stress level is down, happiness is up, and then you can continue with your life. And then basically, your level of happiness is a lot better. You can perform better. If you have a partner, they feel that.
Yep.
It's just a positive attitude to it, because changes, when it comes to everything, it's not just about, hey, this needs to happen right away, and otherwise, I don't know. No. Sometimes changes take a long time. I know for me, I need to change a lot of things about my attitude when it comes to work. Being a better employee, responding to tasks I needed to do, or just like wake up in time, or just showing up in time. I needed to be a better guy for that. But it takes a lot of steps, and it's a grind. So be patient, and be on your purpose, and everything's gonna be okay.
Hey guys, thanks so much for watching. That was our topic on, is your job right for you?
Yeah.
Hopefully lots of good material and lots of good points there, including our journeys, what we've been through, and hopefully you can learn and take away a couple things from there. As always, guys, please leave a comment. Maybe there's something that's, you've been through that could be super helpful for somebody else to read. So go ahead and throw that down below. In addition, please give us that like. Help us with our road to 100 subscribers. Go ahead and hit that subscribe button. What do we do to the bell?
We hit the bell. Let's go.
And we're out.